Slovenia is tiny, roughly the size of Switzerland, but packed with an incredible amount of variety. It borders Italy, Austria, Hungary, and Croatia, with alpine lakes, karst caves, a Venetian coastal town, a medieval capital, and a river so clear and intensely green, it almost looks unreal. Welcome to Optimized Travel Destinations. My name is Laura, and I am part of the Optimized Travel team. We help travelers plan amazing trips through our concierge service, and our team has put together the absolute best places Slovenia has to offer. These are the 10 best places to visit in Slovenia. Let's get started. Number 10. Maribor. Maribor sits on the Drava River in northeastern Slovenia, close to the Austrian border, 2 hours by train from Ljubljana. Slovenia's second city doesn't get the attention it deserves. It is an intact medieval core with a lively student scene and a wine culture rooted in one extraordinary vine. And that vine is the headline act. The Old Vine on Vojašnička Street, the world's oldest producing grapevine, is still making a few bottles a year. Down on the river, the Lent district is the social heart, with all restored wine bars, and the Pohoria Hills above have trails and ski slopes. It's an easy day trip from Ljubljana, but with time to spare, stay overnight and add a tasting out in the Styrian wine country. Number 9. Piran. Piran sits on a rocky peninsula jutting into the Adriatic, about 130 kilometers southwest of Ljubljana. Slovenia has just 47 kilometers of coast, but it is enough for one of the loveliest towns on the whole sea. Piran is a former Venetian port, and it still feels like one. With narrow lanes, a tall bell tower, and a car-free center wrapped in water on 3 sides. The main square, Tartiniev, is one of the prettiest on the coast, and the St. George's Church above it is the coast's only true campanile, with big views out over the rooftops. May, June, and September are ideal, with July and August the busiest. And it's far better as an overnight. The town changes completely once the day visitors leave. Number 8. Predjama Castle. Predjama Castle is in the karst region of the southwest, about an hour from Ljubljana. This is a castle built straight into a 123-meter cliff, and behind it there are caves running through the rock that its occupants used to slip out the back during sieges. It has been fortified for centuries, and the famous story is of a knight who survived a year-long siege by smuggling food in through those hidden passages. Today you can explore the same caves, catch a summer performance inside, and even watch underground kayak races on the cave lakes. It pairs perfectly with Postojna Cave just up the road. Both are about an hour from Ljubljana by car, or you can grab a taxi over from Postojna. Number 7. Škocjan Caves. Škocjan Caves are in the karst of the southwest, about 80 kilometers from Ljubljana, near Divača. Slovenia has 2 world-famous caves. And while Postojna is the more visited, Škocjan is the more extraordinary. It is a UNESCO site and one of Europe's largest cave systems, and it was carved out where the Reka River vanishes underground and gouges a vast canyon through the limestone. You walk along galleries and bridges high above the river in the Murmuring Cave, where the main chamber is bigger than any Gothic cathedral. And the silent cave formations are tens of thousands of years old. Take a car or bus to Divača, and then it's a short walk, with tours running all day. I'd budget half a day and pair it with Lipica horse stud to make a full car stay. Number 6. Postojna Cave. Postojna Cave is in the karst of the southwest, about 50 kilometers from Ljubljana. Postojna is the most visited cave in Europe, and it has been drawing tours since the early 19th century. It runs for 24 kilometers, of which about 5 are open. And an underground train carries you through the first stretch before you walk into the concert hall and the beautiful caves. There is also a vivarium with the olm, which is a pale, blind cave salamander that lives over 100 years and exists nowhere in the world but these caves. It's about an hour from Ljubljana by car or bus, and tours run year-round, though you'll want to book it online in summer. Allow 2.5 hours, plus a little more for the cave museum. Number 5. Soča Valley. The Soča Valley winds through the western Julian Alps from Mount Triglav down to the Italian border. The Soča is one of the most photographed rivers in Europe, and yet the photos still don't capture the color, which is a turquoise green that looks almost unreal. It was also the scene of some of the heaviest fighting of the First World War on the Nzanso front, where the Italian and Austro-Hungarian armies fought 12 battles at a great cost. Bovec is now Slovenia's adventure hub, with kayaking, rafting, and paragliding all on offer. And if you want something slower, you can walk the Soča Gorge from the Klutza Fortress, where the river is squeezed between limestone cliffs, or detour up to the Russian chapel on the Vršić Pass. Walk the Soča Trail in the morning when the light on the water is best. Number 4. Lake Bohinj. Lake Bohinj lies in Triglav National Park, about 26 kilometers west of Lake Bled and 80 from Ljubljana. Bohinj is the quieter alternative to Bled, with no island and no castle, and the landscape is all the wilder for it. It is the largest lake in the country, and it is fed by the Savica waterfall that drops 78 meters into an emerald pool. Meanwhile, the lakeside church of St. John the Baptist holds some of the finest medieval frescoes in Slovenia. Take the Vogel gondola up for a view over the lake and Triglav. And the water is clear enough to swim in all summer. It's a short drive from Ljubljana, or a train to Bohinjska Bistrica and then a bus. I'd budget a full day, or stay overnight on the quieter eastern shore. Number 3. Triglav National Park. Triglav National Park covers the entire Julian Alps in the northwest, centered on Mount Triglav, Slovenia's highest peak and its only national park. Triglav is the symbol of Slovenia, the three-headed peak on the national flag, and tradition says every Slovene should climb it at least once. The mountain itself takes most people 2 days, with nights in huts on the upper ridges, but there are gentler ways into the park. The Seven Lakes Valley is an accessible classic, a one-day hike from either the Soča Valley or Bohinj past 7 glacial lakes. North of there, the Kerma Valley is broad, flat-floored, and ringed by towering limestone walls, and still sees surprisingly few people, mostly the ones actively looking for it. You can reach the park from Bohinj, Bovec, or Kranjska Gora. Book the mountain huts well ahead in summer since they fill fast, and bear in mind snow lingers on the higher routes into June, so July and August are the prime hiking months. Number 2. Ljubljana. Ljubljana sits on its river in the center of the country, roughly equidistant from the Alps, the Adriatic, and the plain. Ljubljana is the most compact, walkable capital in Central Europe. A place that feels like a proper city without the scale that makes so many European capitals tiring. The castle sits on a hill above the old town, reached by funicular or a short walk up through the park, and the medieval center below was largely reshaped by the architect Jože Plečnik in the early 20th century. He stamped his style on everything: colonnades, bridges, lampposts, public squares, and nothing else in Europe looks quite like it. His triple bridge is the most famous piece on every postcard, and the central market along the river is liveliest on weekday mornings. My favorite thing about Ljubljana is the cafe culture along the river in the evening. Tables on both banks, the old town walls lit above, the castle visible from anywhere along the water. It's beautifully placed between Vienna, Venice, and Zagreb, all 2 or 3 hours away. I'd give it at least 2 days, one for the old town, the castle, and the Plečnik Quarter, with the food scene worth a proper night out. Before I reveal number 1, a quick word about optimized travel. Planning a Slovenia trip is hugely rewarding done right. The country is small enough to cover in a week, but with Alps, karst, coast, and river valleys, the order you combine things in really matters. Getting that right and knowing which places deserve an overnight rather than a quick stop makes an enormous difference. That's what our concierge team is here for. Head to optimizedtravel.com or click the link in the description. And now, number 1, Lake Bled. Lake Bled sits in the northwest, about 55 kilometers from Ljubljana at the edge of Triglav National Park. Some places get famous for being photographed rather than being worth the trip. Bled isn't one of them. The photo is accurate, and the reality is even better. It's a glacial lake with the only natural island in Slovenia, and on that island sits a church. Take a traditional Pletna boat, rowed standing up by a single oarsman, out to the island, climb the 99 steps, and ring the wishing bell inside, which legend says grants your prayer. On a cliff above the water, Bled Castle has been fortified for nearly 1,000 years and has a museum and a restaurant with some of the best lake views anywhere. A few kilometers off, the Vintgar Gorge runs a wooden walkway above a turquoise river through a narrow canyon, one of Slovenia's best short walks. And the Bled cream cake, invented here in the 50s, is genuinely worth it. Have one on the Park Hotel terrace with the lake stretched out in front of you. May and early June are ideal. Calm water, snowy peaks, fewer crowds. And stay 2 nights, one to settle into town and one to get out early on the lake. So these are the 10 best places to visit in Slovenia. From the old vine of Maribor and the underground canyons of Škocjan, all the way to the island church on Lake Bled, Slovenia rewards travelers who go beyond the places they already know. If you're ready to plan your trip, head to optimizedtravel.com. Our team is ready to help you build the perfect Slovenian itinerary. And let me know in the comments, would you spend your time in the mountains and lakes, or head to the coast and the karst caves? Drop it below. We read every single one. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe. We cover the world's best destinations every week, and we'd love to have you along for the ride.